What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And before we get into today's video, I just want to say, if you're a fan of those legends of the game, I would recommend subscribing to the channel. Also, guys, if this is content that you enjoy, I would greatly appreciate it if you'd post or as that like button. And in the comments below, I'd love to hear a legend you'd like to see me do a build on, past or present. I'd be more than happy to do that build for you. And with that being said, let's get right into today's video. So, guys, I've been debating about doing this video because, well, LeBron James is still someone that's playing, but I've had requests to do players like Carmelo and Joel Embiid, other players that are still playing today, right? And without a doubt, I mean, when it's all said and done, LeBron is a legend. He's going to be remembered as one of the greatest that's ever done it. Most people are going to have him in at least the top three. And that's not any hate. So if you're a LeBron fan, I'm not saying, I'm not trying to be a hater. I know when you say that to some LeBron fans, they feel that you're hating. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying that, people have their preferences. It's an opinion based argument. And some people are just going to say that it's Kareem. Some are going to say it's Jordan, and others will say it's LeBron. That's just how it is. And, others may even have someone else up there, like maybe Wilt or Russell, depending on, how they look at it and how they rate their players. But, anyway, it's one of those things. LeBron is going to be up there. Okay. He's up there with the greatest that's ever done it. You can't really deny that. And, when he finally does decide to hang them up, he's going to be remembered. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer for sure. And like I said, I mean, you can't doubt the guy's abilities on the court. They're basically the only thing is with LeBron, and this has nothing to do with LeBron himself. It's just a lot of people, they feel the need to compare him to Jordan, and I always felt like that was an unfair comparison. I mean, if I'm comparing LeBron to anybody, it's going to be someone like Magic or Oscar Robertson, Elgin Baylor, maybe. Um, Somebody that's not a score first player, okay? Um, and I just, I feel like LeBron has always been, looked at, like people look at Jordan, and that's unfair to LeBron. Not saying LeBron isn't great, but I mean, it's just one of those things that it's just an unfair comparison. LeBron is a pass first player, or he has been in the past. I know that this year he's been focused more on scoring, and I don't know if that's been beneficial to the Lakers. I don't know if that's a part of their struggle, but it's definitely something that LeBron has changed about his game. And I know he's chasing Kareem, and I get that. But LeBron, always before, it was like he always put the team first. I don't know if he's necessarily doing that now. But there's really no way of knowing. I know he goes out and he tries every night. He plays hard every night. And I know he takes plays off, but, you're looking at someone that's been doing it now for, almost 2 decades. So, there you look at Carmelo, and, Carmelo's nowhere near LeBron's level. So, it's really phenomenal what he's done, and what he's still capable of doing, even at this, the end, or what should be coming to the end of his, I don't know, the guy may play for another 10 years. Who knows? He's looking like one of those players that, and I know that he's had more injuries as of late, but he's definitely looking like one of those players that just Father Time just isn't catching up to him like others. But he has had more injuries. I don't know if that's something to worry about, or if it's just been because he's been trying to do so much with the Lakers. But it is something to look at and worry about. But unlike a lot of LeBron fans, I'm not worried about the league. I know a lot of LeBron fans will say, when LeBron is gone, who's going to carry that torch? The league's in good hands, guys. Giannis, Luka, Embiid, Jokic. I mean, Ja. I mean, the league has a lot of talented players. It's not just about one or two guys. So it's not going to be a problem. And I didn't, that's not a slide. If you're a KD fan, I wasn't purposely not mentioning KD. It's just, KD is kind of coming to the end of his career too. But KD and Steph, their style of play, they can play for a long time because they don't necessarily need that athleticism to be a difference maker on the offensive end. So that they can play for a while. Steph's shooting ability could keep him in the game until, he's just no longer able to, shoot the ball essentially. So, but getting into this build, guys, I feel like the best way to go is the finishing and the playmaking. Now you can do playmaking and defense as well if that's more your style. Because I did both of them, and I just like this one better. This one I felt was more like a LeBron, simply because you had that finishing ability, you had the playmaking ability, and you were still able to play solid defense. Now with the pie chart, guys, you could really do whichever. This would be like the perfect one for LeBron, but because of the speed, I'm going to go with the speed pie chart. And then for your finishing, you're going to max out your close shot, your driving layup, and your driving dunk. Now, you could also max out your standing dunk, guys, but you want to balance these out as much as possible. So you're going to max out your mid-range, you're going to max out your three-point shot, and you're going to take your free throw just to 77, okay? And your pass accuracy and ball handling, of course, that's going to be maxed as well. Then your perimeter defense, your lateral quickness, steal. We're pretty much maxing everything, from perimeter defense down, okay? So that's all going to get maxed out. And for your body type, it really doesn't matter. We'll go to fine, 6'8", 250. And then for the wingspan, guys, if you want to, you could keep it here. But listen, because it's LeBron, I feel like you should at least max it out here, just to get those pluses. You could go all the way out as well if you wanted to. But I feel like 89 is a good way because you don't lose any of that ball handling. But you still get a lot of pluses. Yes, you lose on your shooting. But guys, LeBron James isn't a true shooter, right? He can shoot. He has the ability to shoot. It's like Jordan. Jordan had the ability to shoot. But other than his mid-range game that he developed, like when Jordan first came in the league, his game was finishing at the rim, right? That was his game. And LeBron's game is very similar to that even today. His game is finishing at the rim. While LeBron has that ability to shoot, I wouldn't focus too much on it. Because once you get this build maxed out, you're going to have a 71 mid-range and you're going to have a 64 three-point shot, which isn't great, but you're going to do well with that. You're going to be able to, you're going to be fine with that. You won't have any issues. For the takeover, guys, I mean, it really depends on you. You could do slasher. You could do takeover. If you want to be, a rebounder at the small forward position, you could do that as well. I'm just going to do playmaker because I feel like that suits LeBron's play style best. And you have built a pass-first wing with shades of Jason Tatum. I do like that shades of. I'm not sure the Latrell Sprewell, because Latrell Sprewell was, he was more of a finisher than anything. But we'll get in and we'll test this. We'll look at the badges, and then we'll get you guys out of here. Now, guys, as always, badges are more or less just a suggestion. It's not something that you necessarily need to do. But I'm going to do Fearless Finisher, Limitless Takeoff, and Posterizer I'm going to do all those three. And I don't know why that's on there, but must have accidentally hit it. But Fearless Finisher, Limitless Takeoff, and Posterizer on Hall of Fame. Then we're going to do Acrobat, Slithery Finisher, and the last one is really whichever you would prefer, guys. I feel like Unstrippable is a good way to go. You could do Lob City Finisher, though. It's really whatever you prefer. For the 6 shooting badges, we're going to go Hot Zone Hunter. We're going to go Limitless Spot Up. You could go with something else as well if you wish to. That's totally up to you. But these are 2 that I like to play with on this build. They're the 2 that worked best for me out of the ones that I tried. And then for the playmaking, you're going to do Unpluckable, Tied Handles. You want to do Needle Threader, at least on bronze. Then you want to do Quick First Step, Space Creator. Of course, we're going to do Bullet Passer. Or if you wanted Needle Threader to be on Hall of Fame and Bullet Passer on bronze, you could do that as well. And then we'll do Bailout just in case we get a bad animation. And then for the defense, guys, it's really up to you as always. Me personally, I'm going to go with Clamps because I feel like that's a must. It's a LeBron build, so Chase Down Artist, of course. I don't know why that's on there. And then we'll do Intimidator. So you're going to have Chase Down Artist, Clamps, and Intimidator, all 3 on gold. And there you have it, guys. I feel like this is a really, really good LeBron James build. Like I said, if you wanted to do playmaking and defense, you could go that route as well. But I will tell you, I played them both. In this build, you're able to play just as well on defense, as you were with the other build that's got defense as a Hall of Fame. But your finishing on this build is so much better that it just makes it worth it to go this route. Okay. Now, if you're someone that you struggle playing defense, you may want the defensive, but it's not needed if you're someone that which most people that's played 2K22, you're going to be decent enough on defense. You shouldn't need all the defensive badges, but if it's something that you want, it's there. You could go playmaking and defense. I felt like this was a better LeBron build, like I said, because I had the finishing. But there you have it, guys. I feel like this is a really good one. If you've never watched the NBA the past 2 decades and you don't know who LeBron is, just go check out some of his highlights. The guy's pretty good. But yeah, guys, if you like the video, I would greatly appreciate it if you'd posterize that like button. If this is content you enjoy, I would recommend subscribing to the channel. And in the comments below, guys, I want to hear those legends you would want to see me do a build on, past or present. It doesn't matter if they're a superstar or if they were a role player. I'll do the build because you guys watch the content. So if you're watching my content and you're doing these requests, I'll be more than happy to do those builds for you. And I know that there's still a few request builds that I haven't done. They're coming, I promise you. I just wanted to mix it up a little bit because I've been really, really heavy on the request builds as of late. And I wanted to mix it up with something a little bit different. And because LeBron, I feel like LeBron's getting a lot of hate now because the Lakers aren't necessarily playing as well as they should. And while LeBron is a part of that, I feel like you also need to look at AD being injured for a majority of the season. And then Westbrook just not fitting in at all with that team. And because of that, I felt like this was a good time to do this build. And like I said, it was a debate because I know that, initially I said that I wouldn't be doing these builds like this. But, hey, I know that there's people that watch my videos that like, the younger players and the players that are playing today. I shouldn't say younger because LeBron's definitely not a younger player, but someone that's playing today. It's more or less just, my channel will evolve with you, the viewer. If I see that you're wanting to see a lot of the newer guys, I'm going to focus on those. I'm going to do builds on those for you guys. But if someone requests for me to do a build, if someone were to say, hey, do a Steve Kerr build, do a John Paxson build, do whoever, it doesn't matter. I'll do the build for you, because if you take the time to request it, I'm going to do it. And I noticed that was 2 Bulls role players. And it's just, we've been talking so much about, with LeBron, and then, the comparison to Jordan. For some reason, I automatically, when I think of Jordan, I think of Kerr and I think of Paxson. Not so much Pippen, which is weird, I know. But, Pippen and Rodman and Horace, they come after, Steve Kerr and Paxson. It's just, I don't know. It's just, that's how my mind works on that. I can't explain it, but yeah. If you like the video, guys, posterize that like button. Let me know in the comments below a legend you'd like to see me do a build on, and subscribe to the channel if you like those legends of the game. But with that being said, have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Have a good one.